Hello, this is Chris Kobe with the League of Women Voters of Portland, and you are watching the Video Voters Guide or listening to our podcast. With the technical support of Metro East Community Media, we are here today to talk to candidates running in the May 17, 2022 primary election. We are grateful for the support of the Carol and Velma Sailing Foundation, the League of Women Voters of Portland Education Fund, the Weiss Foundation, and our media partner, Metro East Community Media. With me is Kim Kasch, running for the office of Portland Commissioner, Position 3. Welcome, Kim.
Thank you for having me, Chris. I appreciate it.
Please tell us a little bit about yourself and why you're running for this office.
Well, I was born and raised in Portland, and I have been involved my entire life in volunteering and being part of the community. I currently am a volunteer for an international nonprofit, and I have 3 adult children who have had it difficult trying to find housing, to purchase a house, because it seems like Portland has become a city only for the rich. And so I have 4 main agenda items on my campaign list. And the first one is safety and sanitation. Second one is housing. And I'm not just talking about the homelessness situation. I'm also talking about affordable housing for our youth. We need to do something better to provide opportunities for young people to buy homes and to have the American dream. Third, I am also very interested in our economy and revitalizing our downtown core. I have always done all the different city races, like, I even did the Hood to Coast and different runs here in Portland, and nobody wants to go downtown anymore. So that's one of my big concerns, is I want to revitalize the downtown area and all of Portland. And my 4th agenda item is climate. I have been a blogger. Years ago, I blogged as the Green Queen and with a group of women called Eco Women before it was the popular thing to do, because I was raised in a family with 9 kids and my grandma lived with us. So 12 people in our house. My dad was a union laborer, and with 12 people living in our house, I know what it's like to be socioeconomically impaired. And so my mother could use anything. She could make a dinner out of a can of tuna fish for 12 people. And so I have a lot of ideas about how to help our climate with community gardens, and that would also help food insecurity and help people that are having a difficult time after the pandemic just getting by. So my main agenda items are safety and sanitation, housing and homelessness, economy, and then climate. So I have been very involved with all these different things. I have a little community garden out front and of my yard. So these are my reasons for running. I want to help Portland bring it back to what it was. Just a few years ago, it was the place everyone in the country wanted to move to. And last year in 2021, we had the most homicides in Portland's history ever. And we had the most traffic fatalities in Portland's history ever. So I want to be involved in helping turn the clock back and bring Portland back to what it was when everyone wanted to move here.
Let's talk a little bit about one of the items you mentioned in your answer. Can you explain your ideas for the revitalization of Portland's downtown?
Well, I have some very simple solutions that worked very well in Portland, such as Fairless Square. We had Fairless Square here for 37 years, and it was cut in 2012. What it was a program that provided free transportation for people to go from around Lloyd Center area downtown. They could ride for free, and they didn't have to pay parking, and they could go all around the downtown core area. So people that work downtown could get downtown, not have to pay parking, which parking in Portland is around $300 a month. So people can't afford that. And I just want to bring back Fairless Square, safety teams to mass transit. A lot of people I've been talking to don't want to ride mass transit because they don't feel safe. And we used to have safety teams on mass transit. So that would give people security to want to go back downtown. We used to also have street teams that walked around downtown and just gave information. And all these programs have been cut. And they were cut even though last year we had a $1.9 billion surplus in the state of Oregon. Now, not all that money goes to Portland, but most of it will, because we have the largest population in Oregon. So there's no reason to cut programs. We could bring back simple programs that worked for many decades and were part of the reason people wanted to move here. We have an excellent mass transit system through TriMet, but we need to bring back safety teams on mass transit and Fairless Square, and then also travel and tourism initiatives and give incentives to people to come to Portland. And, you know, it used to be that everyone wanted to come to Portland. That's not the case right now, and I want to turn it around.
The City of Portland and Multnomah County collaborate through the Joint Office of Homeless Services to address the needs of unhoused individuals in our community. What measures would you recommend to more effectively meet those needs?
Well, there's simple solutions that we could start right away. We already have an organization in Portland that is working called Cultivate Initiatives, and they have mobile showers, mobile laundry services. They go around to certain parts of Portland. If we could fund them more, they could come around all of Portland and help the houseless to just have showers and basic necessities like laundry services. Then we could also, I just have a lot of different ideas, and I don't want to get caught up on too many of them, but we also could just open some of the safe villages that have been in the process for years. We have 2, I think, that are on the verge of being opened. We could have mobile warming and cooling centers so that people could stay warm and cold. We could put back, these are just the simple solutions that are already very easy to do. We have Cultivate Initiatives. We could use Oregon Food Bank. I believe in supporting nonprofits that are helping Portlanders. I want to give them more funding, help them go all around the city. And the houseless, when they can't take a shower, can't wash their clothes, it is very demoralizing. And a lot of people are struggling with, I have a degree in psychology from Portland State University. A lot of people are dealing with mental health issues and substance use issues. There's also people that don't have transitional health care, so they can't get mental health care. And so I want to have a holistic approach to bringing Portland back to what it was, offering more transitional health care. And we could also just put garbage cans back on the streets. They used to be all over. We used to have street sweepers that went every couple of weeks, and it just kept the city cleaner. So one of my main goals is the sanitation of the Portland core. And so just putting back garbage cans and providing opportunities for people to get jobs that are homeless. One of the things that Cultivate Initiatives does is it takes the houseless and puts them into positions to help people that were in the same situation they're in. So those are just a few of my ideas. I have many more.
Thank you, Kim. This concludes our video voters guide and podcast interview of Kim Kasch, a candidate for the position of Portland Commissioner, position number 3. Election day is Tuesday, May 17. Be sure to inform yourself about the candidates and exercise your right to vote. Thank you for your interest.